I wasn't expecting this. You go for Ireland, you go for Wales.
No, honestly, I thought with the whole injury situation and lack of fitness, Ireland would start as favourites. But
now, Keith, I know that you said that you love playing at the Millennium Stadium. Brian O'Driscoll, Jonathan in Dublin, it's his favourite stadium. What is this moment like, Keith Wood? What is this moment like when Jamie Heaslip gets thrown the ball? He's walking down this tunnel.
A huge pleasure to walk out into a full crowd, listen to the noise, and you can, all that beat, you can feel it. Gets into time with your heartbeat. It is just phenomenal. It is gushing. You're ready. This is what you've waited for the last 12 months, was to get back onto a Six Nations stage. To do it in the Millennium is incredible. The noise is truly phenomenal. But these are what the dreams are made of. This is what you've wanted to do since you were 10 years of age watching rugby, is to run out on one of these. To do it as captain is phenomenal.
I don't miss playing because the body is
very old.
Given up. Yes, but the best feeling in the world is when you stand there. The anticipation, the adrenaline, the emotion is just incredible, and it's the best. If you could bottle that, it is the best feeling in the world. But also, it's controlling the fear of failure. It's just amazing, and I think it's everyone in the stadium, everyone at home watching it feels the same. But there's only few people who are actually been lucky to do it. It is just the best.
And let's face it, in sport there is nothing like a Six Nations championship, is there, Keith?
Oh, absolutely. It's perfect nationalism, sporting nationalism is frowned upon in every other way. This is where it finds its true home. It's perfect.
I think we have to give it plaudits all the time, because I think everybody else around the world would love to have a tournament like this.
Here they come. Turn up the volume on your TV set. Listen to this. Absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. What is going through that young man's mind now, Dan Biggar, Jonathan?
I think he's just got to focus and visualise on what's going to happen, and hopefully it'll be a sense of deja vu when it does happen. He's just got to get his first kick in, his first tackle in, and then just boss everyone around. He's got to be there as if it's his 100th cap, just boss it all.
Keith, the Brian O'Driscoll decision, that episode, does that galvanise? Does it split the camp?
I think it galvanises. I think guys would want to do well for Brian. They'd also want to do well for the new man at the helm, and they want to deliver for their country. And that's where the fear factor comes in. You want to deliver.
We'll join our match commentators Eddie Butler, Phil Matthews and Martin Williams in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Six Nations 2013 is here.
Good afternoon from the Millennium Stadium, sun-kissed under a blue sky. Wales under Rob Howley, their coach. Andrew Coombs at the age of 28 wins his first cap. Aaron Shingler in the back row in for Dan Lydiot. Very familiar in the three-quarter line, except for number 10, Dan Biggar. Takes over all the responsibilities that go with playing fly half for Wales. Jamie Heaslip continues as captain for Ireland. 17 tries scored by that starting 8, 7 by Heaslip, 7 by Rory Best. Brian O'Driscoll is back, not as captain, winning his 121st cap. Ireland's leading try scorer by a mile with 45 tries. Ollie Kohn, wearing 19, will win his first cap for Wales should he come on. Romain Poit of France takes charge of the opening game of the RBS Six Nations 2013. The defending Grand Slam champions against the side that has title pretensions. Wales against Ireland. Dan Biggar with the start. Ireland outside their 22. Conor Murray towards Lee Halfpenny. Safe catch by Wales's fullback. Mike Phillips's first touch. Andrew Coombs' first touch in international rugby.
Stay where you are. Advantage forward.
Wales with a knock-on advantage. Good afternoon, Philip Matthews.
Good afternoon, Eddie. We moved to our first set piece. We're talking a lot talk before about how important these set pieces are going to be. Scrum's more likely to be even. The real key set piece in this game is more likely to be the line out, and that's where Ireland are really going to look for an edge. But important that they have a solid scrum as well and don't give the returning Adam Jones the upper hand.
Wearing one for Wales, Gethin Jenkins hasn't played much rugby this season. The big move to Toulon in the south of France.
Crunch.
What pressure will come on him from Mike Ross? On this side, Adam Jones. Well, we won't see yet. Wales with the free kick. Early engagement by Ireland. Toby Faletau takes on Sean O'Brien. Andrew Coombs again. Support from Ian Evans. This time Ireland have possession. Turn over first. There's the long slung pass. Peter O'Mahony. Johnny Sexton to Heaslip, the captain. Johnny Sexton, Brian O'Driscoll, Rob Kearney, and the dancing feet of Craig Gilroy, the Ulsterman, on the right wing. Sean O'Brien. Sexton.
Well, that was great thinking by Conor Murray then. I think everybody in Wales thought that ball was going to go open again, but he went blind and really gave Jonathan Sexton the obvious choice, and that's to stick it deep in the territory. Now, Jonathan Sexton will feel confident doing this today on the assumption that they can get the upper hand in the line-out.
Ian Evans. Wales do favour the front of the line-out.
Yeah, they favour it quite significantly. 25-17 to the middle, 8 to the back and 1 long. Ireland will be aware of that.
Evans again. Toby Faletau.
Stay red.
Biggar.
You stay.
Simon Zebo on this near touchline wearing 11, so Ireland have gone for pace, not necessarily size on their wings. Craig Gilroy, Simon Zebo, this is Dan Biggar. Another chance to claim the number 10 shirt for Wales. Rory Best, how important is he to keeping the Irish front five going forward. Ireland go long, Heaslip takes, Sean O'Brien, tackled by Sam Warburton. Conor Murray. Heaslip again. Toby Faletau brings down Sean O'Brien. O'Driscoll.
Well, again, another line-out, quite a few line-outs, and you can see what Wales have done in terms of the selection, particularly in the back row, trying to get a bit of height there with Shingler. Man beside me, world-class number 7. Any thoughts on that? Would you have played two open sides? Do you think,
No,
Martin,
look, Justin Tipuric was outstanding form, all year really for the Ospreys. So it was a big call, but I think the second rows, we were struggling on the second rows with Alan Wynne out, Bradley Davies out. I think they've gone for the line-out option and the size. So Shingler justifiably gets a call.
Yeah, they really need to guarantee possession from the line-out. So you can see it's another. It's not to say that Tipuric mightn't get some game time as the game progresses. He's been in fantastic form all year.
Says Matthew Rees, looks as if he'll have to go off for a couple of stitches. Held together by some petroleum jelly.
I give you. There is the middle.
Oh, that's Sean O'Brien on the ball.
Green ball.
He's going to want to get himself on the ball again, but he's going to have to look after the breakdown as well.
Mike Phillips, safe line-out ball for Wales. Up goes Gilroy. George North is down on the ground.
You stay in front, Green.
Johnny Sexton towards Lee Halfpenny. Halfpenny superbly catches, and now it's Ian Evans on the charge. Hasn't played for a long time. How long will he last? He looks in good form so far. Penalty to Wales.
Well, so far Wales pretty much dominating possession, forcing Ireland to kick a bit.
On the ground.
No real obvious patterns are developing yet. This is still very much in the settling down period. You can see Ireland with possession 66-34% to Wales. Would expect the territory to be a little bit different. Yeah, a little bit more even there, as Wales get a decent line out just outside the Irish 22.
We've had defensive line-outs from Wales. Now an attacking opportunity.
Fine.
Matthew Rees, his eye has stopped bleeding. 237 caps between the three front row forwards for Wales. But the line-out has gone awry.
Stay.
Sexton. Alex Cuthbert. No advantage, going back to the knock-on at the line-out.
Well, Ireland will take a little bit of consolation, a bit of encouragement from that. They got Donnacha Ryan up in the air early. Donnacha Ryan's really impressed me. He had a fantastic Six Nations last year, really filled a lot of the void that Paul O'Connell had left, and I'd make him an outside Lions contender. He's very understated, but he's key to this Irish line-out.
But Donnacha Ryan pinched more ball than anybody else last year, and just a brush of the fingers is enough to, well, it counts as another claim by Ireland on the Welsh throw.
Touch. Set.
Cian Healy not. Oh, but if the penalty's against Gethin Jenkins.
Not straight angle, number 1.
Yes, looked like Gethin Jenkins was pinned for
All right.
boring in there.
I know.
That's one apiece in penalties from the scrums. We haven't had a completed, well, one completed scrum so far.
It's the curse of the game, the failure of scrums to be completed.
Yeah, as you can see, Gethin Jenkins just angling out there, boring, and he needs to keep his shoulders square.
Get your body
Now,
in the scrum.
nice attacking position for Ireland, and they like to attack off line-out ball. They'll be looking for this quickly, I imagine.
red, away, 3!
Dangerous little maul developing for Ireland. Sean O'Brien wearing 7 with the ball. Now it's Conor Murray. Jonathan Davies came rushing out. Rob Kearney feeds Craig Gilroy. Lee Halfpenny with the tackle. Knock on by Wales. Ireland will have a good attacking position.
Wow, when they used that maul, they might have been expected to go wide a little bit early, but they got Wales moving backwards. Now that's where they were expected to take it short again, but they didn't. Conor Murray puts it wide, gets it into Craig Gilroy's hands quickly. He's never going to have the pace to get outside Lee Halfpenny, and that's the knock on. That gives Ireland a very good attacking scrum, a big open side.
Let's go, reset.
Just as we prepare, it is a feature of the Welsh defence that Jonathan Davies does come up fast and often on his own, and when it works, Martin, it knocks.
He does spot blitz very, very well, and like you say, when it works, but you are vulnerable. If you miss the guy like you did there, you know, you get the overlap. So it's a big scrum for Ireland.
So Martin, you're Sam Warburton there. What are you thinking of? You've got the first job to do is to support your prop. What's in your mind? What
as a 7, you know, it's difficult. It's not so bad for Sam on this side. He's got Mike Phillips there to do his defending for him. So I think on this one, he just gives Adam everything he can, get the weight behind him. It's the other side, you know, that's on the blind side where, you know, you're a little bit nervous as a flanker. Do you give a lot of weight or do you hold off? Because, you know, we've got fascinating Conor Murray. You know, he likes to snipe, and it's big problems.
That's why I always said number 6 is harder than number 7.
Touch! Set!
Ireland go against the wheel. Gilroy off his wing. Conor Murray has it. This is Cian Healy, the prop who charges more than just about any other prop in the world. Brian O'Driscoll to Simon Zebo. And straight from first phase, Ireland are over for the opening try.
Well, Brian O'Driscoll's made his mark already. When you see this replay, you will see what an amazing pair of hands to even have caught that ball. Once Brian O'Driscoll caught that ball, it was by no means certain. That pass was fired hard and flat, and he had to stretch to take it. He took it, he controlled it, and he put Simon Zebo in. Watch this. Look at that hard, fast pass, and those wonderful hands. Welsh defence should have done a little bit better. They took their eye off Simon Zebo. You're not going to want to do that. Look at those hands. Alex Cuthbert needed to stay out there. He's got himself short-sided, far too tight. Oh, amazing.
Pick for the speed, pick for the quick feet. Ireland obliged to use them, and that's exactly what they did. The old head and the young legs, Brian O'Driscoll and Simon Zebo. Jonathan Sexton adds the 2 points. Ireland lead by 7 points to 0.
Now, Wales didn't do an awful lot wrong, but they just gave a little bit too much space to Simon Zebo, and Brian O'Driscoll's hands did the rest. There was very little room for error there, Martin. That was really well taken, wasn't it?
And to think a lot of people have been questioning O'Driscoll, you know, this week whether he's lost it. The guy's a world-class player.
Form outside. Take it back.
Ireland back in control of the ball on their 22. Lee Halfpenny. Dan Biggar changes direction. First touch for Jamie Roberts. Matthew Rees held up in the hold and choke by Sean O'Brien and Rory Best. He's done well to turn and get that to ground. But Ireland, that's what they want. Hold the ball carrier up, get the put in at the scrum.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a speciality of theirs. There's the man at the moment. World class still. Might not have quite the durability he might have had in the past. His body is probably
Green, we keep the same
running on the limit,
gap,
but he's
right?
still got that world-class touch. And that'll be exactly the start that Ireland will want. They won't want to let Wales build any confidence at home, because playing a Cardiff Arms for Wales must be a real confidence boost, and what Wales will have wanted is get the crowd behind them, and that's just what Ireland would have wanted.
Matthew Rees's wound has reopened. He'll head off, and Ken Owens of the same Scarlets region will come on. He's back. He's made an impression already. Brian O'Driscoll.
Oh, that's that fabulous take again. It just at the pace to get a little bit outside John Davies. Thought he could get free hands to get that ball away.
Very interesting. I think the Welsh normally use an out-to-in blitz defence, and for some reason they're only 5 metres off the line and they stood off, which give O'Driscoll the space and obviously Zebo the space as well. So I don't think Sean Edwards will be a happy man half-time with that.
Touch, set. Eat up, guys.
Tolerant is Romain Poit, who likes to referee the scrimmage
There is a man. Come
sternly.
close, come close.
Rob Howley in the middle, not in red.
Crutch. Touch, set.
And yet another scrum is not completed.
3 red, collapsing. You? 3 red.
Well, I wouldn't mind another look at that one. Adam Jones doesn't reckon he took it down. He brought Cian Healy down in a very low position. He may well have gone to ground first, and that's maybe why the penalty was given that way. That's not what Wales would have wanted. They've given Ireland a set piece in an area, a phase that they're pretty confident in, right on the 22, and they're thinking, talking long and hard about this one, Ireland. Yeah, he just went down first, didn't he, really? So
Could be better. 7 full.
It's another attacking opportunity.
So very much in the middle, Ireland favour. Don't imagine this will be any different.
Jenkins, good hands, takes advantage of an overthrown Irish throw. Jonathan Davies slings it wide, too wide. Alex Cuthbert picks up in disgust.
Well, I thought Wales are very flat there. Maybe just a little bit more depth to be able to get that pass away. That's just a poor throw. Now that they're lining up to defend, not to attack, so hence they're probably that little bit flatter. Yes. Didn't want to try and take it and risk knocking it on Lee Halfpenny.
Donnacha Ryan makes it safe. Little off-the-ball activity. Aaron Shingler and Sean O'Brien. Meanwhile, Jamie Heaslip on the ball. O'Mahony. Conor Murray to Donnacha Ryan. Ken Owens, replacement for Matthew Rees with a tackle. Sexton.
Stays 2.
Halfpenny has it covered.
You stay 1.
Ireland, though, remain very much on the front foot.
Yeah, as you can see, John Sexton's employing that grubber an awful lot. He's trying to get the ball in behind Wales because they're coming up fairly quickly in a rush. And he just wants to keep them a little bit honest. But still maintains good field position.
Donnacha Ryan again. Oh, in fact, it's not Donnacha Ryan. but it means that Ireland can come hard at the Welsh midfield. Rory Best, good strength by the Ulster hooker. Sean O'Brien, Coombs and Warburton pull him down. Peter O'Mahony. Sexton, O'Driscoll, Craig Gilroy, just short. Cian Healy. Still just the foot short. Ireland have the put in at the scrum.
Wales must hold out here. They really must hold out. This is a big psychological moment. They're hanging on by their fingernails here, and it will be a huge boost if they can hang on. And to Ireland, it'll be a real knock if they don't get over the line. They came close. Again, very quick hands. Look at those quick hands. Just gives Gilroy that little bit of a half yard, but it's well defended. This time Wales are staying out and they're not caught too short. We had two decisions. That was close enough.
For both sides.
How often has Lee Halfpenny been called on to make tackles in that far left-hand corner?
I will pay attention.
We pause. Attention to Brian O'Driscoll in midfield.
Just to make sure about your side, straight hanger. That's the best view for us.
Well, you were talking earlier on, Martin. We were talking about Mike Phillips and his defence and his primary. He there had really got Conor Murray, hadn't he? There's no way that Mike Phillips was letting Conor Murray well. He's a big defensive player, Mike, isn't he?
He's like having a fourth back row player out there. You know, he really is a physical guy, and he does a lot of unseen work in defence. He's invaluable to Wales. But like you say, this is huge. They've silenced the crowd already, Ireland, which is what they would have spoken about all week. So really need to hold out your Wales.
He's at 2, Conor Murray. We're back within inches. Penalty against Andrew Coombs for going in from the side. Drop goal by Johnny Sexton. Well, somehow he's missed it, but he knew the penalty was coming. It is against Coombs.
Well, somehow, I don't know what you think, Mark, but somehow a penalty at 3 points is a bit of a let-off. Psychologically, you'd be happier with 3 points.
I think you take that all day long. You know, another 7 points, you're 14-0 down, but 10-0, you know, he's still in the game. In all fairness to Ireland, they're dominating at the moment, possession, territory, so it's a time for Wales just to, you know, get their breath back and, you know, try and get back down the Irish end.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed they haven't got in for a 7-pointer there. They have the territory. You know that Wales are going to get their moments, and they're going to get territory, and they're going to get those positions. And if they take them, it's all even, Stephen.
Warren Gatland, Lions coach, not coach of Wales, alongside him to his right, Andy Irvine, manager.
You have 1 minute from now. Time back on. Sorry.
Johnny Sexton is going for the posts. Jamie Heaslip is down to Sexton's right, and Gordon Darcy is also having attention behind Johnny Sexton. So all this attacking play is taking its toll. I bet it hurts more if you're wearing red, though. Ireland lead by 10 points to 0 at the Millennium Stadium.
Yeah, kick off after conceding. Wales will want to try and get the ball back.
Matthew Rees is back on the field. And Wales have split their forwards. Jamie Roberts chases and drops it. So it'll be another scrum Ireland put in.
Well,
then on the touchline, Sonia.
Yeah, we've just seen Matthew Rees re-enter the fray. He's taped up, and we gather he's had 5 stitches now in that cut to the forehead he had earlier.
Quicker the second row, right, guys?
Well, Rails recognise the importance of getting the ball back from the kick-off by splitting their forwards there. It didn't quite come off, but that was the right thing to be doing. So crucial, particularly at a time like that when they've been under the cosh, conceded another 3 points, get the ball back and starting to get their own scoreboard moving. Just right idea, just didn't quite work for them.
Free kick. Ireland engaged too soon. Mike Phillips in a hurry to get on with it. He feeds Ian Evans. Ian Evans goes through Jamie Heaslip, but he's held up. And Conor Murray comes away with it. Peter O'Mahony, Craig Gilroy outside him. Still in possession. Heaslip to Sexton. Second row, Mike McCarthy.
Stay green, away, 8!
Mike Phillips catches for Wales.
Yazet!
Dan Biggar, Lee Halfpenny, Jamie Roberts. Saw that Brian O'Driscoll was up on him very quickly.
Yours? 8.
Toby Faletau. Wales are very tightly grouped here. Not much width. Now there's a bit more. Dan Biggar charged down by Rory Best, who catches and feeds Jamie Heaslip and Simon Zebo. Fantastic footballing skills by Zebo. Peter O'Mahony to Craig Gilroy. Conor Murray. Healy stretches and scores. The charge down has led to a second Irish try.
Well, we want to see the Zebo skill. We want to see the longest playback we've ever seen here, because there were a couple of moments of magic there. Even before Zebo's... this is great. This is from the charge down. Now, this ball was spinning wickedly. Just to take that in your hand, Rory Best, was a big thing. He knew he hadn't got the pace. So look at that, wickedly spinning. Just to take that was enough in itself. Lovely pass, great take by Heaslip, take and give. No, here we go. Oh, well, that guy does this week in, week out in Thomond Park. And now he's done it on one of the biggest stages in the game. Now Ireland do well to consolidate there and keep their patience. Here we go again. Audacious, absolutely audacious. Thinks about the offload. Ireland do well to keep their patience and go over eventually through Kearney Healy. But a little moment of magic to kick the Six Nations off.
Johnny Sexton adds the 3 points, and it is All Ireland in Cardiff. Their second try, Sexton's second conversion, Simon Zebo's second involvement. Look at this.
No, he doesn't snatch at it. He just flicks it up. He's got all the time in the world. And they're one of the hardest workers around. Kearney Healy gets it. Martin Williams, I'm sure you're shaking your head there. It came from nothing really, didn't it?
I think if you go back to the start, there were 2 rucks. It was so slow, you know. It's so difficult for Dan Biggar then, you know, and it's easy for the Irish defence. And take your hat off to Rory Best. He's put pressure on Biggar, charged it down, and not only a great catch, but a great vision as well. Now, most hookers would have stuck it under their arm and tried to go, but he saw Heaslip and, you know, great pass.
Ball off the top from Ian Evans. Jamie Roberts for the first time off set-piece ball. Here's Andrew Coombs. Wales need quick ball. It is quick. Mike Phillips. Now then they have to beware. Choke and hold is in operation. Ball has gone to ground. Toby Faletau, he's on his own. Turnover ball, it's happened again. Ireland stripping Wales of the ball Alex Cuthbert goes back, and they will have a defensive line out from what was a promising attacking position. Martin Williams, this is not going well for Wales.
No, it's not good. It's the contact area again. You know, I think O'Driscoll's in. O'Driscoll and Darcy, how many times have you seen that over the years? It's a steal and back in Welsh territory. So for some reason, the Welsh ball is so slow. It's not giving Mike Phillips or Dan Biggar any platform, and it's totally on top at the moment, Ireland.
And then when you do get slow ball, when you're in this position, you do try and force things sometimes, don't you, as well? And that's when the turnovers
That's the problem.
So,
you panic, you think we haven't had ball, and you try things you shouldn't be trying. So it's a big last 10 minutes before our time.
Andrew Coombs to Mike Phillips, who pauses, and it's another penalty. Wales obstructing in front of the ball.
Well, it's just forcing things again. The point we were making earlier on, that wasn't really a ball to be attacking from. Mike Phillips looked as though he might have shaken off his tackler, Conor Murray, but he just ran into a trap then.
Johnny Sexton again lines up the posts. Declan Kidney. Well, it's not so long ago that the Irish coach was under a certain amount of pressure. One good win over Argentina seems to have restored the balance of Irish rugby, and they're looking very well balanced here in Cardiff. It is all Ireland. Second penalty for Johnny Sexton, and the points keep on coming. Wales 0, Ireland 20.
Another little sting in the tail there. That won't have done Welsh hearts any good at all. They split the forwards again, really want to maintain or get possession from the kickoff, but that's too long.
Rob Kearney bounces off Jonathan Davies. Davies turns back, gets him down at the second time of asking. Cian Healy, try scorer. Ireland back in the Welsh half. Sean O'Brien. Penalty to Wales.
Holding on.
Well, this time Sean O'Brien going in a little isolated, went to ground pretty quickly, and Wales are in there with very quick hands to get that turnover. No, they need to do something off this, Wales.
Second time they've been in this attacking position. They lost the first line out. Who will the target be this time?
Just an issue at the back every time.
Aaron Shingler wins the line out.
Not the neck.
Sam Warburton comes away with it. Little dummy makes a half-yard. Rory Breast brings him down. It's there for Mike Phillips. Andrew Coombs. Matthew Rees right with him. Quick ball for Wales. Biggar. Jonathan Davies. Gethin Jenkins.
Hands away!
Faletau. Shingler. Jonathan Davies. Oh, he's done it again.
No, he can't believe it. It's just not going right for Wales at the moment. They're making little mistakes that they don't tend to make. No real reason for that. There was no pressure on Jonathan Davies there.
Time off.
Just not clicking.
Rory Best. who was
All right.
very busy in the defensive operation there, having some attention.
Yeah, you can see it in the stats, and the stats don't lie. 6 handling errors from Wales and 2 from Ireland. And when you think about possession, Ireland have the majority of the possession, so percentage-wise, it's even a bigger gap.
Little bit of a consultation between Donnacha Ryan, Brian O'Driscoll. Looks as if Keith Earls is planning to come on, and Gordon Darcy, 12, is going to make his way off. Not yet, though. Keith Earls stays on the replacements bench, his Rory best.
Keep the gap.
Donnacha Ryan, and this time it's Conor Murray who hesitates in his 22.
Use it!
O'Brien. Cian Healy sorts it out, the little pick and drive. But slightly on his own, Wales wrapped him up. And a chance of some points for Wales, and Martin Williams. What relief for Wales.
Yeah, they need something. They need something to happen, and something fast. You know, there's 8 minutes to go. First time really we've had any sustained period in the 22. So I'm sure Lee will put this over just to get on the board, settle the nerves down. There's still, I think, you can sense by the crowd as well. Everyone's just in shock really at the start. So it's at least we're going to get 3 points hopefully.
Yeah, for Ireland, it all came from that line out. That was a quick one off the top to Donnacha Ryan. Now, the only thing to do with a ball like that from Conor Murray's perspective was to hoist to Gary Owen, but he hesitated and got drawn in, and from there on in, Wales got the turnover. So you'd be a little bit more conscious of that in defensive positions and not give those turnovers too easily.
Halfpenny puts Wales on the board. There's a long way to go. 3 points to Wales, 20 to Ireland. Jonathan Sexton has a quick look to see if anything is on to the left. He goes right. George North hasn't seen the ball at all. George North, compare his contribution this time with what he was doing last year in Dublin.
I think that's a very valid point. The whole game plan for Wales this week would have been George North, Alice Cuthbert, to get the ball in their hands as often as you can, and I'm not sure if that's George's first touch and you're 34 minutes into the game. So Ireland have done their homework and done a great job so far.
Donnacha Ryan loses one, and George North does come flying in and does get over the advantage line. Biggar to Jonathan Davies. What a difference it makes to have chances to run onto the ball. Neat footwork from Dan Biggar. Matthew Rees. Brian O'Driscoll makes the tackle. Andrew Coombs. Biggar. Warburton. Good. Oh no, didn't quite got a hand. Mike Phillips has to bend. Sean O'Brien takes him.
And the way 7. Yazet.
Warburton to Biggar. Coombs. And O'Driscoll tackle. Gethin Jenkins. Straight down the throat of Craig Gilroy from Dan Biggar.
Stay! No, stop!
Here's Biggar again. Alex Cuthbert. Andrew Coombs from Cuthbert. Rory Best stoops over the ball. It's still in Welsh hands though. Aaron Shingler. Wales' best period of play. Biggar. Jamie Roberts. Jonathan Davies. George North. From empty-handed to full involvement. Sam Warburton, the angle well judged by the captain. Slowed now. Biggar. Alex Cuthbert. Aaron Shingler. Simon Zebo came off his wing. Faletau shrugs off O'Brien. Healy has to have 2 bites at the number 8. Warburton and Biggar work a little bit of magic, and Lee Halfpenny. Phillips, Matthew Rees, Adam Jones on his shoulder. Jamie Roberts, little show. There for Phillips. Biggar. Alex Cuthbert, Ian Evans outside him. Still on for Biggar and Faletau. They have to use it quickly. The pickup and drive. Wales, their best chance, 6 metres out. Phillips, Shingler, Donica Ryan makes the tackle. This is Jamie Roberts. Gethin Jenkins arrives. Wales do not release. Penalty Ireland.
Oh, that was massive for Ireland. In fairness, they did stand up and they made those tackles. Made it very difficult for Wales to break through. A couple of chances, you thought they might have got the turnover. But if it's Rory Best has come up with a turnover, he has been key at a couple of moments here, not only in creating scoring opportunities for Ireland, but stopping Wales. That is like a score. That is a 7-pointer. You can almost put down to Rory Best. Now he's playing himself into Lions' place here. He showed great form last year. Now that's what you want to see from Simon Zebo, coming in early and not letting these big Welsh runners get any momentum.
There's Simon Zebo, try scorer, footballer, tackler, and Rory Best. Martin, it's we talk about the role of the 7 and how much groundwork he can do, but the hooker's so important nowadays. He can be first there going for the ball.
Well, it's 1 to 15. He used to be in the old days. It was your back row would be good at the tackle area, but he's invaluable. Rory Best, like Phil said, that's as good as a try. That's as good as a 3.7 points, and it's it's huge there, as well as Wales' attack. Outstanding defence by Ireland.
A second leaking head for Wales. This time it's Gethin Jenkins who's going off for some stitching, and on comes Paul James now of Bath. Blood replacement. One last line out. It will be an Irish throw from the penalty.
Well, Martin, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You're in the change room now, coming into half-time. What are you going to say to Wales in terms of how they've got to change things and turn things around second half?
Well, I just think they'll use that last 3-4 minutes of play there. Just say, look, when you keep the ball, when you get George into the game, Alex Cuthbert, Jonathan Davies, Jimmy Roberts, you can cause Ireland problems. They struggle with the physicality, but at the moment I think they're just doing such a good job at the contact area, slowing ball down, stealing ball, and it's they really are on top. But they just got to take the positives out of that last couple of minutes.
Alex Cuthbert comes forward for it.
7.
And Sam Warburton gives away the penalty for going in front of Cuthbert. Johnny Sexton, will he fancy this? Bang it over from halfway.
Well, he looks like he's going for touch if they got time for a quick line out. Well, that's something Wales are going to have to do, is cut down on errors like that, because that's putting them under a huge amount of pressure. Whatever they do when they've got the ball, they've just got to cut down on that error count as well, because they've been uncommonly high, and that's probably a sign of maybe just a little bit of brittle confidence and over-anxiousness trying to get back into this game.
So, last chance for Ireland. What a half it's been for them. 2 converted tries, 2 penalties. Around 20 points. Matthew Rees goes in and Sean O'Brien skips past him. Peter O'Mahony. Mike McCarthy, the second row. Paul James drags him down. One of the stars of the first half, Rory Best, delivers it. Here's O'Mahony again. Cian Healy, the other try scorer. Simon Zebo scored the first. Sexton to Brian O'Driscoll. Conor O'Murray. Donica Ryan. Sean O'Brien. Bit of footwork goes on, and it is a penalty for Ireland. And again, it's not releasing at the breakdown.
6.
Aaron Shingler.
Well, Aaron Shingler's going to say he couldn't move, he was pinned down there. Ireland showing appetite here, because they could easily have just gone for, we'll have a kick at the post and wind the clock down, but they didn't. They want to really ram home the advantage they have here. And it looks like there's going to be another 3-point opportunity for Jonathan Sexton, who's been 100% today, striking the ball really well and really sweet. And that's what Wales would not have wanted to concede anything more before half-time.
Your overall thoughts, Martin, don't get too down, of this first half.
Look, it's difficult to argue against Ireland's lead. They've been outstanding. I think particularly Mahoney and O'Brien. They've got those little extra 2 or 3 yards. They've got Ireland on the front foot, and totally justifiable to be 20 points up by the looks of it if this goes over. So it's a long way to go. This Welsh side can come back, but they need a big start to the second half.
Sexton does restore the 20-point lead. Wales 3 at half-time, Ireland 23. Sam Warburton looks on, prepares to face the kick-off from Johnny Sexton, knowing that Wales trail by 20 points at home in the opening game of the Six Nations. It's been a nightmare first half for Wales. It's been a glorious first half for Ireland. It is only a job half done. George North in the 22. Mike Phillips. Ian Evans. And again, Ireland grab him and hold him up. And Ireland immediately gain the putting at the scrum with that choke and hold tackle.
Well, Wales are going to be so careful of that, because whilst they can't afford to be too conservative, and they do need to take the game to Ireland, they do need to attack, they're going to have to be a lot more careful in possession, because Ireland have shown they're very adept and they're trying to do that at an awful lot of the contact area, and that's a really bad place to turn over a ball like this.
It is. It's
same way. Calm and
it's
quiet,
an Irish scrum on the
slow.
22 with space by the acre on both sides.
Crutch! Touch! Set!
Solid Irish scrum. That's the start. Heaslip goes right. Rob Kearney comes in.
Hands on.
It's there for Donica Ryan. Peter O'Mahony goes straight through Dan Biggar.
No hands! Go back contest.
Jamie Heaslip plays scrum half. Donica Ryan. It's there for Sean O'Brien.
No hands! Run!
Johnny Sexton. Gordon Darcy.
Not hand.
Cian Healy. Conor Murray, Mike Ross. Sexton, O'Brien, Sexton. Jonathan Davies did well to turn and make the tackle. But there's a chance now. Brian O'Driscoll to Rob Kearney. Kearney inches short. Ireland still with the momentum. Faletau made the tackle. George North was there. And the try has been awarded. And it's Brian O'Driscoll back in international rugby who scores try number 46.
Oh, that's a sign of a player who makes things happen. Most centres, you say, what the hell is he doing there? He's no right to be there, but he puts himself into positions where the ball is going to be. And many times have we seen Brian O'Driscoll scoring tries like that off rucks and moles. That's normally been the domain of the big heavy forwards, but he wants it. You sense this guy's really fired up. There he is, just waiting. Lifts the ball out, and there is no better man from a yard out. Not giving up there. He's got one thing on his mind. So quick, most of us missed it. Oh, that's a killer punch right after half-time to Wales. Now, I know myself from being up behind the post at times like that, Martin. I'm sure you do. What does Sam Warburton say
it's
like that?
It's a difficult thing to say. You know, you're looking not only at Sam, you're looking at all the senior players there, the leaders. You know, that's just they've just come out Ireland, and like you say, I think it goes back from the kick-off. You know, I think Wales should just clear their lines. It's early in the first half. They're 20 points down. Don't give Ireland the opportunity to do what they've just done. And for me, it's so uncharacteristic of Wales are missing tackles and falling off tackles, and Ireland are just dominated physically at the moment.
Yeah, Peter O'Mahony's making those hard yards again, the way he started off in the second half. He's got quick feet. He just seems to be able to make that extra yard and give Ireland that little bit of momentum. There's a delighted man.
Change to be made by Wales. Justin Tipuric is on. And it's Aaron Shingler who has gone off. Keith Earls in possession is on for Ireland.
He's on for Gordon Darcy, who's had to retire with that leg injury.
Lee Halfpenny goes up. Gethin Jenkins manages to scoop the ball into his big hands. Lee Halfpenny. Jamie Roberts. Penalty Wales. Mike Phillips takes it quickly. First touch, Justin Tipuric.
Hands away!
Phillips. Biggar. Faletau. Dan Biggar. And again, Ireland doing their best to hold the ball carrier up. Jenkins. Phillips. Halfpenny. Tipuric. Mike Phillips goes himself. It's slow ball for Wales. Tipuric plays scrum half. Warburton, Biggar. George North. Sorry, Alex Cuthbert. This is George North. Coombs. Phillips takes it back to the right, goes again on his own.
Advantage, not release.
Gethin Jenkins, penalty advantage, 2 Wales being played.
Yazet!
Matthew Rees. Faletau. George North, good tackle by Mike Ross. They go back for the original penalty.
Time off. Jimmy.
Romain Pointe prepares his ticking off.
We have a delay to release the player and the ball on the ground twice. Ends on the ground by 7. And 3 green is holding. All right. Other word for that, please. Time back on.
Well, it's much better from Wales. They've shown good discipline, good retention. They're starting to make some of those hard yards now as well. Really pushing this Irish defence, forcing them to give away the penalty to slow the ball down, and they've got themselves good field position. Now, if they are going to perform a miracle, they need to come away from here with something. And nothing short of 5 or 7 points will do.
Matthew Rees finds Andrew Coombs. Toby Faletau hits the tunnel on the blind side. Wales have to pour forwards in. And there's Adam Jones. Phillips. Phillips to Biggar. Alex Cuthbert is going to score! Patient build-up, deadly finish. Alex Cuthbert. First try for Wales. Late. Is it too late? Is there life yet in this game?
Well, there's life yet if they can reproduce that, if they can reproduce the field position, the discipline on the ball. That was the threat that we always saw was alive in this Welsh team, if only they could release it. It's a wonderful line by Cuthbert, and his pace and his strength. There's no way a flailing arm of Keith Earls is going to stop Alex Cuthbert as he cuts an angle like that. No, it's game on. Now Ireland really need to consolidate. Keith Earls got himself a little bit exposed there, a little bit too far forward. No, that'll give Wales heart.
Lee Halfpenny adds the 2 points. The deficit is back where it started at the start of the second half, 20 points.
Yeah, there was real energy-sapping defence there, because there's nothing more tense than defending ruck after ruck on your own line, and eventually, once that ball went wide, something was going to give.
Sexton, Mike Phillips calls for it. Coombs to Faletau. Straight to Rob Kearney, who sees Sexton inside him. Lee Halfpenny comes forward.
Backward.
Andrew Coombs.
Leave it!
Andrew Coombs delivers well to Phillips. Biggar misses out Tipuric. Jonathan Davies. Faletau. This is Justin Tipuric. Biggar, good pickup. Cuthbert gets the pass away. Andrew Coombs, good pass. It's Ian Evans, the second row on the wide outside, but support is there. Phillips, Biggar. Mike Phillips delayed the pass, and now Wales are in trouble. Ireland can break out from here. Jonathan Sexton, Craig Gilroy, Jonathan Davies gets back, and the ball goes out. The game has opened up.
It's opened up for two reasons. A, Wales are going for broke, and I just sense it that Ireland have just gone back within themselves a little bit. Jonathan Sexton had a chance to counter-attack, and he put the Gary Owen up, giving possession back to Wales, and brought Wales back onto him again. I would like to have seen that ball countered. Ireland cannot afford to sit back. Wales are now got their tails up and their confidence back. They're going for it and they're pulling it off. This game has just come alive again.
I think as a player it's a strange thing to say, but you can be too far in front, you know. I think psychologically you can switch off and you think the game's done and dusted, but it's still 30 minutes to go.
You talk about the contribution of Brian O'Driscoll to knock Mike Phillips' hand. We do talk in Wales about Mike Phillips' pass, but again it's Brian O'Driscoll reading the game.
It's the small little things, you know, that make such a difference. You know, Wales score there, you know, it's back to 13 points in it, you know, and they've got a chance with 30 minutes to go, but it's the small little, you know, things that he does, what they get away with, and that shows what a class player he is.
There you go. That's a little tip. Look at that. He didn't need to make the hit. It was so measured. No, it's just really interesting now in terms of the psychology of this game. Wales with the tails up. Will Ireland keep playing? Key player Peter O'Mahony is going off. He's been getting the hard yards. He took a knock to the head, and it looks like he's going off now. He'll be replaced, I would imagine.
Chris Henry,
yeah.
Not a bad replacement, and Chris Henry's been outstanding all year. He's outstanding in the autumn for...
Well, if the game's going looser, there's a 7 for you.
Exactly, well, Wales have got 2 7s in Tipuric and Warburton, so I think Chris Henry, you know, is not a bad replacement at all.
Well, I hope they'll put Henry into the open side role.
Matthew Rees is heading for the exit as well. Ken Owens is back on.
I think Henry's a different sort of player, Phil. Yeah, he's you know, he's more of an open side, doesn't carry as much as what O'Mahony is, but I think Tipuric's made an impact when he's come on. You know, straight away he's got a ball in his hands, and you know, he's such a clever player.
Clock is back on. Ken Owens prepares to throw. Justin Tipuric heads for the back of the line out. That's a good take by Andrew Coombs. Well, first cap at the age of 28.
What?
And Andrew Coombs has been fully involved. No challenge on Craig Gilroy. Takes on George North. That's out on the full. Little advantage to Wales in this game that is becoming more and more helter-skelter.
Well, it's a little bit of indecision. Craig Gilroy committed himself there running open, hoping to counter-attack, but he was very well covered by Cuthbert, forcing him to kick. Ireland are in danger of being a little bit too conservative.
Sam, quickly,
At that point you were making, Martin, you can't be too far ahead thinking you've won it and start to change the way you play and give the initiative to the other team, can't
little
you?
momentum changes, those little kicks like that, you know, we could go back. They need this line out though, it's a key line out.
Ian Evans delivers to Mike Phillips. George North into the line. Brian O'Driscoll can't tackle him. Ken Owens. Biggar. Faletau. Biggar. Jamie Roberts. Lee Halfpenny, little dummy. Knock on by Ireland. Was it deliberate? No. Scrum.
How could you say that, Eddie? Deliberate? Would we ever?
Well, let's have a look.
They've really got their tails up, haven't they? They had the extra man. They used that well, Lee Halfpenny. Well, that could have been given, but it's still a good attacking position for Wales. Their scrum's been solid all day. 86 tackles for Wales, 96 round, 9 missed. Ireland, surprisingly, making more of the tackles. I sense that stat has climbed ahead in this second half because they've been forced to make many more tackles than they would in the first.
It's going to be a well scrimmage, Martin. How many scrums have Wales had?
Louder.
It's a very good question. Without looking at the screen in front of me, Ed, I think they have had one scrum all game. And I know with Adam coming back, you know, they would have fancied themselves, you know, take the legs out of Healy, make him scrummage all day, but they just haven't had an opportunity to do that. So it's that's how the game sometimes pans out. You know, sometimes you can have 10 scrums, but one scrum in the first 55 minutes.
Wales' second put in at the scrum.
And Ireland's three-quarter line has changed a little bit with Keith Earls in there, who wouldn't be known as good a defender as Gordon Darcy. Wales will look to expose that if they can.
Faletau with a pickup. Mike Phillips has to go and do some bridging. Coombs to Ken Owens. Ian Evans. Penalty advantage to Wales.
Could be yellow card, could be yellow card.
Takes it. Referee holds him back. Mike Phillips expresses his displeasure. By-on player might have had a word with Romain Poit.
You played 3 meters away from the mark. 3 meters, all right? Back, at the back, that's fine, but not 3 meters away.
Romain Poit, in English, explains to him you were 3 meters away from the mark.
You was 3 meters away, all right?
Well, I think Mike Phillips was kind of playing for that, to be honest, running into it. Either way, it's still a good position for Wales, right on the 5-metre line. The line-out's been solid.
Ken Owens. Sam Warburton with the catch. Tipuric.
Okay.
Phillips to Coombs. Ken Owens. Biggar. Penalty advantage again to Wales. They might fancy going right now. It's slow, but here they come. Ian Evans. Biggar. Jamie Roberts cuts back. Coombs long to Jonathan Davies. George North, a sniff of a chance. George North, Lee Halfpenny drives behind him. No advantage. Alex Cuthbert chases the referee across the field. Justin Tipuric. Wales take it quickly. Ian Evans stopped in his tracks by the one and only Brian O'Driscoll. Phillips digs in for it. Biggar. Sam Warburton. Wales now losing yards, but still in possession through Andrew Coombs. What a debut. Ken Owens, Cuthbert, Halfpenny. Again, fantastic defence. Jamie Roberts to Alex Cuthbert. Johnny Sexton stays down. What a tackler. Penalty advantage for Wales. They'll want to take it quickly again. Referee stops everything, could be yellow.
That was a side entry. Four decisions in a short time.
It is a yellow card, it's Rory Best who's going off.
Side entry.
Well, it's a key player as well, but what defence. What defence. Ireland coming out to the line to try and get man and ball. It's something they've been thinking about all week because of the size advantage that this Welsh midfield has. So the likes of Zebo, Gilroy have been really thinking about that. That's where the penalty came. Now Wales want to come away from here with something. 8 against 7. Here's the Gilroy tackle. There just needed to be somebody from Ireland to follow up because Wales retained possession there.
Ken Owens to throw into the 5-metre line out.
The 13-man line out.
Andrew Coombs, 5th clean take by the new player. Wales drive for the line. 8 forwards against 7. George North takes on 4 Irishmen. Biggar, Jonathan Davies has to be. Jamie Roberts to Lee Halfpenny. Fantastic defence, but Lee Halfpenny scores. Now then, we may have an instant back at the ruck. Just to warn you, Wales seem to have scored the try through Lee Halfpenny, but the referee and touch judge have made communication. Here's Jonathan Sexton, we shall see.
Well, if he has been kicked in the face, it hasn't been seen because this BT is for a try, yes or no. The opinion is that Lee Halfpenny got it down. Yeah, the grounding is good. Wales are rampant right back in this. They are performing the miracle we thought that they mightn't do. They have found confidence out of really going for after. Remember the bad start they had conceding that early try.
You may award the try.
Thank you.
Try has been awarded.
How can Ireland
Television
respond to this? Because they've barely been in the Welsh half since they scored that try.
Here is the finish. Jonathan Davies, Jamie Roberts. The finish slightly laboured Martin Williams in the end.
This is a big kick, Ed. If he kicks this, they're within 2 scores, you know, which is with 20 minutes to go. That can be done, but he misses. They're still within the 3-score range, so it's a huge conversion for Lee.
Oh, there's plenty time left here.
No conversion from the touchline by Lee Halfpenny, but there is very much a game on here at the Millennium Stadium. We approach the hour mark. Wales 15, Ireland 30, but Wales suddenly and for the first time with their tails up.
Yeah, Welsh tails up, and Ireland's heads are going to be a little bit frazzled at the moment. They need to look to their big players, the likes of Brian O'Driscoll, just to do the right thing and not panic. And that was, that really could have gone in full.
Mike Phillips catches and clears.
That was a let off for Sexton there. That was going straight out there.
I think Mike Phillips was asking the question, can I let this go straight into touch? And then caution took over.
Very streetwise Ireland now, very streetwise. They're slowing the game down. You've seen them walk from Lee Halfpenny's walk. They walk the halfway line. And now they're slowing it right down, showing all their experience, Ireland.
Well, it's difficult for Ireland because it's Sean O'Brien who's going to throw into the line out. Rory Best is off the field, binned. It's won by Mike McCarthy. Sexton picked up by Justin Tipuric, or one bit of him, his leg. Keith Earls. Wales try to hold Earls up, but he delivers to Murray. Mike Ross.
Stay.
Sean O'Brien. Sexton. Brian O'Driscoll. Lee Halfpenny. Bangs it downfield. Craig Gilroy waits.
Away, Green!
A little bit of ping pong for the first time this match until George North gets the ball and goes. Biggar. Halfpenny.
More! No!
Ken Owens. That's good for Mike Phillips. Biggar. Still on if Wales can move it quickly. Jonathan Davies. Alex Cuthbert. Cuthbert against Kearney. Kearney does enough. Sam Warburton. Phillips. Ken Owens. Phillips to Biggar. Andrew Coombs. O'Driscoll hangs on to an ankle, and Ireland earn the penalty.
Ireland are bringing Wales onto him. Wales are kicking long, and Ireland are not dealing with it well. Craig Gilroy, they seem to have targeted. He's probably fielded more kicks than any of the rest of the back three. And they're just bringing Wales onto him, and Wales have really found their shape now.
You know, all those penalties that hurt Wales in the first half, this is the first they've conceded in the second half.
Incredible turnaround. You've never seen anything like it. I just think the difference, the speed of ball the Wales are now getting. You know, Ireland can't cope. They're getting very narrow in defence, and we're finding the outside. So it's interesting again. You know, Sean O'Brien's going to throw in it. He'll throw to the front. So I think just mark the front up and try and steal some ball. But the momentum has totally changed at the moment.
Time off.
Mike Phillips is heading for the far touchline. Another substitute and the replacement comes on. Lloyd Williams comes on at scrum half. Donegal Ryan takes. Ireland slow the game down. They could play all the remainder at this pace if they could all. George North knocks it on. Chance for Ireland. Sean O'Brien. Lee Halfpenny makes the tackle. Penalty to Wales. Sean O'Brien was very much on his own there. Dan Biggar wanted to take it quickly.
That's a crucial mistake by Sean O'Brien. He threw himself recklessly into that. What's needed for Ireland now is cool head and not panic. And there was a rush of blood to the head there.
Well, it has been a breathless second half. Here's Lee Halfpenny's tackle.
He goes down too easy for my book as well. Why? Because he's running into that tackle too fast. If he slows down and steadies himself, he's not going to go to ground as quick, and he's going to give that extra second for his support to get there.
Ken Owens at the line out. Oh, hesitation. That looked awkward from the very start. It's a free kick. Robin McBride, forwards coach for Wales. High one for Lee Halfpenny. He can mark it.
Well, thinking behind that was we can't have a scrum, no hooker on, so we can't kick to touch, so they had to put the Gary on. That was forced.
Sexton. Halfpenny again. Biggar with him.
Stay 7 and stay you.
Craig Gilroy, under instructions from Johnny Sexton, puts it down towards Lee Halfpenny. Toby Faletau. Cuthbert against prop Cian Healy. A bit of order, at least a breakdown. Andrew Coombs yet again. His stats will be good. Halfpenny. Jonathan Davies. Wales managing to get their passes out of the tackle. Ian Evans. Cuthbert. Races on, but Simon Zebo had read it well. Was Cuthbert taken?
Well, that's Cuthbert in possession.
After the kick, what's your recommendation? Just a minute and a tip. Right. 7 tackle without the ball after the kick.
As I said, it's a light tackle.
Do you know that's the first penalty Ireland have conceded that's not at the breakdown in the tackle.
And it's the second significant error that Sean O'Brien has made in the last 5 minutes. Needs to keep his head on and needs to be thinking a little bit more, because that's not doing his team any favours.
I'm sorry. Tackle without the ball.
Wales go back into the corner. It'll be their throw. Ken Owens, Paul James is on. Forgetting Jenkins. Ireland's do enough messing to put Wales off, and they thump it downfield. Lee Halfpenny, George North with him. Here is North. North, good pass to Jonathan Davies. Davies for Zebo. Oh, sorry, Rob Kearney. It's gone forward off Kearney. Wales will have the scrum put in. We're looking for another penalty, but maybe the scrum is the better option.
Well, again, Zebo gets himself flat-footed here by just overcommitting himself. You've got to make those first-up tackles there, because once Jonathan Davies gets in behind, it's a scramble defence. And Ireland really at 6 and 7s at the moment.
Rory, just a decision for the repeated infringement, all right?
I think you could see the panic then. Zebo, it was turnover.
He was on the side.
Turnover ball and just wellied it down the field. In the first half, they were going through the hands, but it was sheer panic. And it was a poor kick. It was straight to the one man you don't want to kick straight to, George North. And they're under pressure again.
2 bits of good news for Ireland. They still lead by 15 points. And Rory Best is back on the field. The Calcutta Cup match follows this. You might say, follow this. England, Scotland. And tomorrow, Italy versus France from Rome, the Olympic Stadium. Here's the hooker who's back.
Time back on.
Wales will have the put-in. First scrum feed for the new scrum half, Lloyd Williams.
Crutch! Touch! Set!
Penalty advantage, Wales.
Number 3. 3 collapsing.
Ireland have lost. They're frazzled at the moment. That's just lack of concentration. They really haven't been under a huge amount of pressure heretofore.
In the corner.
There's a case to be made for taking the 3 points. Wales have got to score 3 times.
Yeah, and the clock is ticking. As much as they're on top, we're down to 68 minutes. So they need to score. They've got to stand any chance of winning this game. They need to score from this phase.
3 green. 3 green.
Mike Ross wandering
he's coming.
a bit haplessly towards the touchline.
Let him come.
Declan Fitzpatrick comes on to replace the tight head.
Time back on.
Declan Fitzpatrick hasn't had a huge amount of game time, but Declan Kidney's aware he's got to give some time to develop Declan Fitzpatrick and get him back in, because he's a little bit over-reliant on Mike Ross at the moment.
Coombs with the line out. Roberts crashes into midfield, quickly delivered. Ken Owens repeats the charge. The forwards keep it amongst themselves for the moment. Now it comes to Lloyd Williams. Biggar tackled by Kearney Healy. A lot of work for Justin Tipuric to do, but somehow Wales scrape it back. Jonathan Davies. They go left. Irish had that side packed. Now they go right. Coombs. Biggar. Faletau. Heaslip can't hold him. Try for Toby Faletau. Surely against the base of the post. Referee gives a penalty to Wales. And the Welsh players are talking to Romain Poit saying, let's have a little look if we can, please.
Jimmy, deliberate play on the ground.
Meanwhile, Conor Murray has been binned.
Oh, what a difference in Wales. How positive have they been? Now, if that makes contact with a pad, that's a try. And it looks like it would more than likely have made contact with a pad at the base. If it makes... no, it doesn't actually. That's a much better angle.
A good referee decision.
Oh, still Ireland not off the hook. Oh, the pressure. No scrum half.
Conor Murray is off. Ireland back down to 14.
I think this is the danger of taking the scrum head. You know, it's eating into the clock. I think it should just tapped and gone there and kept the ball in play, because you're going to take 2 or 3 minutes off the clock, and it's time that Wales desperately need.
This side, long bind, both. 18 long bind, please. Louder. All right.
Wales trail by 15. They're that close. They have dominated the second half ever since Ireland stretched their lead and then took their foot off the pedal. It has been all Wales, as much as it was all Ireland first half. Faletau goes again for the line. Biggar, Jamie Roberts. Keith Earls made the tackle.
18, sorry. Tighten.
Andrew Coombs. Here comes the switch of play. Biggar. Faletau. Another penalty.
18.
Need to tap and go. Need to tap and go.
Lloyd Williams.
On the right. Yazid.
Ian Evans.
C'est bon. Les mains sur le ballon.
Sam Warburton looks right and goes on his own. Biggar, beautiful by Halfpenny. George North.
Ball available here.
Jamie Roberts. And again, a brick wall Irish defence. Paul James. Surely, if Wales couldn't just pass it. Biggar, Cuthbert, Davies. Oh, Toby Faletau in the way. Chance for Lee Halfpenny. Whistle goes. Knock on by Wales. Ireland have held out.
Oh, I don't know much more I can take of this. What must have been like down there, Martin? I'm exhausted.
I got him shattered, baby. As well as Wales have attacked, you've got to take your hat off the Irish defence. Down to 14 men, and just to keep working across the inside man, keep covering the inside man. A fantastic defence from Ireland.
Yeah, that's when as a player, I would always have felt the nerves. 152 tackles to 93. That gap is just getting bigger and bigger now. The nerves. They did the right thing, as Martin's advice said. Take it quickly. That really started to stretch Ireland. but they've continued, particularly Craig Gilroy, up in the line really quickly, trying to get man and ball. Good hits, putting the guys down, putting the man down early when they can, and trying to get somebody into to steal the ball. Now Sean O'Brien, despite a couple of errors, he's led the tackle count for Ireland with 20. Mike McCarthy done a lot of unseen work, backed up by Donncha Ryan as well. Cian Healy there, that's uncommon for a prop at 15 tackles, but it shows you the pressure that this Welsh side have been putting on in the second half.
Right, we have rung so many changes here. Ollie Kohn is on, the Harlequin second row forward comes on for Ian Evans in the second row. The Harlequin who declared he had a grandfather from the Rumney Valley, he's on. Craig Mitchell is on in the front row for Wales. Donogh O'Callaghan is on for Ireland, and David Kilcoyne is on in the front row. It is an Irish put-in. The clock is on again. Here's James Hook, he's on too for Dan Biggar.
And who's putting the ball in at the scrum? Yeah, who else?
Well, he couldn't do everything else.
No, he's finished, boys. Do
you think he wants man of the match? Yeah.
The clock is running.
I think that's, that goes back to as much as this pressure, as well as Wales have played. The clocks still need 3 scores with just 7 minutes left, 6 minutes left. So it's a big ask now.
That's a good Irish scrum. Heaslip picks up. Now, the ex-captain waits, acting scrum half. It's not the longest clearance in the world, but again, the clock ticks on.
Well, that's typical of the man to step forward. That's leadership personified, and that's what he's always been from day one in his career.
I think he can do most things, but he can't box kick, I think. But
you know what, I'll probably practice that for the next match and he'll have it picture perfect.
Yeah.
Ken Owens, slight pause, up it goes. Justin Tipuric wins line out ball. It's on here for Wales if they can keep the straight drive going. Lloyd Williams lends his weight. They'll have to play it quickly. They'll have to play it quick. They're on the march again. They're on the march. It's there for Williams. Wales claim the try. Romain Poit is going to go upstairs, but the look of it, Craig Mitchell, don't tell me Craig Mitchell has come on to score. He's going back to the halfway line at a fair old lick.
Well, that's Lloyd Williams been just taken down short, and we can see that. We'll have another look at that grounding, but it looks like he's got down. To me, it looks like he's got it down. You don't see the grounding there, but you'd have to say it looks likely.
In comes Craig Mitchell of Exeter Chiefs now.
All right. Is he allowed line that up while you're waiting for a decision?
Pick up by the prop, the dive.
Well, you can't. There's nothing that shows the actual grounding. You'd have to say.
There's the try.
That's it there. That's the one. That's the angle. Yeah, that's down, and he knows it.
See, if I was Lee Halfpenny, we're on the pictures of the try, but Lee Halfpenny hasn't put the ball down yet. This conversion has to be taken quickly.
Yep, you may award the try.
I may award the try.
Try awarded. Clock starts running again.
Thank you, Brown.
Well, we could have had two more different halves. What was a horror story for Wales in the first half is going to look like a horror story for Ireland in the second half.
It's going to be up to 66 minutes plus. Wales will not have time to win this game. The 2 points are added. Wales within 8 points. They still have to score twice. What it has been a remarkable game of the Six Nations. Ireland were so far ahead, so much in control that a comeback by Wales seemed impossible, but Wales have dominated this second half. The Irish defence has been unbelievable at times. They have leaked the try, and what is more important, or just as important, they've also eaten into the clock. George North from a very long way out to Toby Faletau. I hope you're thinking hard about this man of the match, Philip.
There's a few contenders in there.
There are. I can think of one. James Hook. Ken Owens.
Hey, to release!
Halfpenny into the newcomer. Ollie Kohn. Tipuric. The danger for Wales is one penalty. The danger of Wales is the try line's a mile away, but here's Jamie Roberts and Ireland defending ever so well to keep Wales this far out. Lloyd Williams, James Hook. Jonathan Davies. The try scoring Craig Mitchell. Wales now out of their 22, but 78 minutes gone. Faletau does get the pass away. Warburton, Hook.
Thanks.
Oh, another. The game is going to end as it started, with passes going wild. This time it's Jamie Roberts. Hook. Faletau. George North. Now then, Simon Zebo. Good tackle by Craig Mitchell on the Irish flyer. Rory Best.
Hands away!
A minute to go.
Use it!
Sean O'Brien.
Use it! Great!
This might go on, Philip, as David Kilcoyne takes it on. Your man of the match.
Yeah, well, there are one or two contenders. If I didn't take it at a half-time, I'd have gone maybe for Rory Best. But my RBS Six Nations man of the match for an outstanding performance and leadership is Brian O'Driscoll. What, I'm not going to call it a comeback, but there's a little bit of romance in that as well. An outstanding performance and typical of the man.
The clock stops. It is going to be an Irish victory. Wales will have the scrum, but no time to score twice. And it's no surprise that a player has gone down with cramp. Simon Zebo is going off. Ireland do have this incredible record of winning in Cardiff.
I know.
They're 11th
Very good.
in 30 years.
All right, Rory, last one. We go.
Owen Redden comes on.
It's up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Well, Martin, Wales have found a bit of momentum in the second half. That will have given some solace won't it? Particularly looking at the half-time scenario. Hopefully they'll be able to bring that momentum into their next match.
Fantastic effort to come back second half. You know, show what a good side we could be and how dangerous they are. But I just think ultimately they've lost their first game at home, you know, which everybody spoke all week how important this game was. They go to Paris next week, so look, they've got to take great heart from the second half, but they've got to be very, very disappointed as well.
Rory Best digs in. Hook Roberts North. Forward pass. The game will end on that note. And Ireland have held out. What a game it's been. Oh, breathtaking second half. Irish control in the first. The Welsh come back in the second. Ireland hold out. And the final score is Wales 22, Ireland 30.
Yeah, Wales just gave themselves too much to do in that second half. They nearly did it. Ireland probably good for the win, but clinging on. They won't be happy about the way they capitulated in the second half, because they were in danger of getting turned over there. One of the classics, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. What a game, what a game. But you know, Wales, when the shackles were off, you know, showed how dangerous they can be. But it's like I say, it's the opening match of the Six Nations. Great for the spectator, the neutral, but I think for Wales, desperately disappointing.
Ominously, Wales now face 3 away games on the bounce. Ireland face England in Dublin next week. Wales 22, Ireland 30.
Thanks, Ed. A superb start then to the Six Nations 2013. Fast and furious, 6 tries, 2 yellow cards, big hits, and yet another stunning performance from Ireland's greatest, Brian O'Driscoll. We're running out of things to say about Brian O'Driscoll.
We'll keep doing it for a while yet, you know. He took the chance, he took the opportunity, some of the subtlety in his hands, some of the hard aggression that he had for the whole game, but he was stuck in on everybody.
Let's hear from the man himself. He's with Song.
Well, Brian, this championship is so much about momentum. Just how important to come here to the Millennium Stadium and to get that win?
Yeah, it's hugely important. First game is a must win, otherwise you're chasing your tail for the rest of the competition. So, you know, we started really well today. We owed Wales one. They've done a job on us the last 3 times. So we came out of the blocks in the first half and played really well, and then just sat back and defended. In fairness, they weren't going to be flat for the whole game, and they really put it to us in that second half.
And what do you think caused that swing towards the end of the second half? Towards the end of the second half, because you built a 20-point lead.
Yeah, I think it was just our discipline. You know, has a knock-on effect to momentum. They were able to kick to the corners and build, and you know, they just tired us down, and they got on the front foot. And you know, rugby's a game of momentum, and if you can build it, it's hard to stop it.
Many congratulations to you. Welcome back, I feel like I should say. You are the RBS man of the match. Well done, Brian.
Thanks, Emil.